PhD Tech Tips here with another interesting video. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make a bar chart race in MatPlotLib. Now, what I was trying to do was use the program bar chart race, which is a package in Python that allows you to make one of those moving bar plots by ear. So today I'm going to actually show you how to make one of those without using that package. The main issue I ran into with using it was that whenever I would try to essentially take the package, run it in Jupyter Notebook, I got this weird error message saying that the package ffmpeg was not installed. Now, I went through the tedious and laborious process of trying to install this program, but to no avail. So I found a workaround, actually, that I'm going to talk to you about. I think it's quite interesting. It was on the Google Colab website, and it's called Bar Chart Race in Python with MatPlotLib. And the link for this notebook is in the description. But you can see that this link essentially allows you to do this without using bar chart race in Python. So you can see here, this is the code. So what we're going to do is just go to File, then go to Download, and then you'll download the IPYNB, or the Python notebook. So for brevity's sake, we're just going to go straight to the notebook that I have here in my Jupyter notebook from Conda. So as you can see, I downloaded it and then opened it in Jupyter Notebook, and this is all for Python. So now that we have it open, I'm going to show you how to come up with this animated bar plot, or as we call a bar chart race, without having to use bar chart race Python package. So here you're going to install dependent libraries. Here is where you're basically going to want to customize. You would upload the data file of choice, right? So here they're using an example one, and you can probably use this and modify it to your preferences. In addition, you can do the same thing here for the colors for what your bar plot will be. I'm only linking this here for people that are interested and really want to run this without using the bar chart race Python package due to its difficulty, especially with me just upgrading to Mac OS Montero, just having a lot of issues with it. So you're going to also want to customize this cell as well. So here are some things I'm going to point out that might be extremely crucial. There's tail 10. This is indicating how many bars you're going to have in your plot, right? And then you're going to plot based on this. And this is going to be taking year as input, so that's current year here. And you can see that it's going to take year from the column header from the previous pandas data frame, this one, which is showing the head there. And then you're going to also want to take a value, right? So this will take name, value, and year from the column, right? The name so that it can be labeled on the bar plot, the value for what's actually going to be plotted. And then, of course, it will label based on the input you put into this function and you run it. This is just showing you what happens for just one frame. Now I want to show you what you can get for multiple frames, how you can then put together those multiple frames, right? So once you kind of modify the function up here, you can then come to this animate cell, and then you'll run this. And I'm not going to run it again just because I already have it set up. But you can now see that we have this essentially bar chart race. Now, because I didn't have the ffmpeg installed, I'm not going to be able to just save this directly, and I know it's kind of a hassle, but you can just run it and then save a video using a screen recorder on your laptop like QuickTime if you're using Mac, such as in my case. So now that you have this ready, you can just run it. So I'm going to start it from the beginning by dragging this back, and then I'm just going to press the play button here, right? Just going to let it go forward from the beginning to end. And now you can see that it's running. If you want to increase the speed, just press the forward button. If you want to go back, press the minus button. I meant to say plus here. You can just stop it by pressing this. You can even drag it back. If you want, you can see that it's moving accordingly to year, right? So if you had year or date or even by a string, right, a list of strings, you can do that accordingly based on setting your range. In the case of having a string, you wouldn't set a range, but rather you would want to set a list of different strings. Or if it's a date, maybe you can set a date range in pandas. So I essentially showed you how to play this. If you want to go backwards, you can just press the backward play button, press it again to go faster, pause, and then you can go even quicker by fast forwarding in the reverse direction. Right, so again, if you want to save this, you can just screen record it, save it as a MP4 or whatever format your laptop will save it as. So I hope this is helpful. I know for me it was quite difficult to get this bar chart race thing set up, but I hope this helps someone out there. And if you have any other questions you'd like to ask, feel free to leave them in the comments. Again, the description to this notebook is in the description. The link to this notebook is in the description. Thanks for watching, and have a nice day.